a sunny summer Saturday, smack dab in the middle of tree climbing season, I saw my best friend, Shoebox Billy, drop 5.5 feet from our treehouse like a red-headed, freckle-faced rock, flat on his back, looking up. He was angry. He wasn't angry at me, but at gravity. The next words from his mouth created a neighborhood legend. I need to fix that. Then he stuck out his foot, because in our neighborhood, we didn't high five to tell each other we were okay. We gave the low toe. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone who's fallen while climbing towards a dream, what would it take for you to believe that anything is possible? Shoebox Billy didn't think anything was possible. Shoebox Billy proved it. We called him Shoebox Billy because he would solve your problems simply by taking common household objects and putting them in a shoebox. Then he made you fuel this shoebox machine with your belief. And you know what? They worked. With the shoebox, Billy cleared the area under Daryl's bed of monsters. With the shoebox, Billy stopped Pete from catching cooties. Miracle. Every neighborhood kid believed in their shoebox. They became like a bank for our hopes and dreams. And Billy had the best interest rate in town. Now, after he fell, Billy carried a shoebox. He said, "Ray, it's my best one ever. Look, inside the shoebox, there were sponges, rubber bands, and pineapple upside down cake." He said, "It's a gravity machine. No more falling out of trees." And you know what? It worked. I watched Billy put the shoebox machine at the base of the tree and scamper up the tree. He closed his eyes, then swung from branch to branch around the tree twice. To a 7-year-old, that was scientific proof. We never fell from another tree, ever. Then Billy disappeared. For weeks, no one knew where Billy was. Then I heard someone say that Billy had caught something called lymphoma. I remember racing home and going, Mom, what's lymphoma? Mom, I was excited because if Billy caught it, it had to be terrific. My mom cried. Told me that Billy would lose all his hair and get real skinny. Then the doorbell rang, and I opened it up. It was Pete and Daryl. Pete was crying, but Daryl looked angry. And he turned his anger into resolve. And he said, "We need to fix this. Get a shoebox." So we raced to build a lymphoma-curing shoebox machine. Now, Mom always said the problem with skinny people, they didn't eat enough chocolate. So we threw 17 pieces of chocolate in the box. Well, it was 20, but we got a little hungry. Next, down to Bob's barbershop. Barber Bob, you have to shave our heads, but give us the hair, because we're going to use this to cure Billy of lymphoma. As Bob worked, I felt the tears hit my newly shaved skull. But we left, holding a bag full of hair, completely bald. I had no idea then it would be permanent. Finally, a magic rock. We painted it green until it glowed, like kryptonite. That could stop Superman. Lymphoma didn't have a chance. We had chocolate, we had hair, kryptonite, and we had belief. Billy's cure was ready. 3 bubbly, bald-headed boys burst into Billy's hospital room. I didn't recognize him. His eyes were empty. There were tracks of dried tears down his cheeks. We handed him the shoebox machine and waited. Pretty soon the corners of Billy's mouth started to turn up and kept going. Up past his ears and into his eyes. And pretty soon, Billy was beaming. But more importantly, out from under the sheet wiggled his foot to give us a low toe. Billy had taken our shoebox and fueled it with his belief. And you know what? It worked. We were the only 4 people in the world that knew that Billy was okay. Doctors called Billy's recovery a miracle. Billy calls it scientific proof. Today, Billy makes shoeboxes for the world. He's an executive for Nike. And if he were here today, he would ask you this. Have you any trees left to climb? Wrongs you need to fix? If so, then what belongs in your shoebox? Answer that, and life will give you the low toe. Back to